Jackson looking to throw right away.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Pick the edge. Go. Ozzy. Sit up.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's bring it. Set. 36.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Now Cousins. Caught left side. It's Beckham. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
41 yards.
And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The Dolphins hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. So a first interception thrown for... there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
In motion comes the tight end left.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Seven, our score after 1. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins now from the 50. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Beckham will go in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 17, Cousins. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Check.
On third down, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now Jackson on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
From the 31, Jackson being chased out left. That is caught by Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robbie Anderson, 44 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Berrios.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A first down throw for Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
15's the mic. 15's the mic.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson.
He's got Anderson on the slant.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. Again, Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In motion, Hill. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On play action, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. He's got it to the 43 here.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing, Cousins.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And the hole closed closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Chandler.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Steps away to his left.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And able to connect with Berrios. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Only
way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. In motion, Hill.
Here's Jackson.
Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal. Here and take it from there.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, he had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him the ball game.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. What can Cousins do in the OT?
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cousins.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, it's Cousins. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an